From here to Perth, baby. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, love all my Aussies, bro. You guys are holding strong and you guys are woke. Just love you guys. Just want you guys to know that, hey, mate, we're going to be okay. All right, all right. Enjoy the fireworks. What is he talking about, fireworks? I don't know. Was there any fireworks celebration that happened recently? What was that about? I don't know. What are those fireworks about? I wish that I would have known. So I'm going to say, enjoy the fireworks. Later, it'll make a lot more sense. Yodi! Little Grogu. Where are you, Grow? Come on. You know, the whole industry shut down. Like, they need to get on that season 3, like, stat. You know what I mean? They need to get Grogu back in the game. How you guys doing out there? I just want you guys to know I love you, appreciate you. And yes, I know it looks sunny. It's cold. It looks so nice behind you. I'm like, yeah, that's what's on. It was a frost storm past 4 or 5 days. And again, if you're new, this is a faux fur, fake fur coat, spirithoods.com. They donate money to endangered animals. Like I'm a vegetarian. I always have to say that. New people are like, oh my God, are they really wearing a fur coat? No, it's faux fur. It's French for fake. What else? To all my homies in France, lighten it up. You know what I'm talking about out there in the street, taking care of some of those things that need to be removed. Fantastic, love you. We're talking code, a little bit of code here. France, love you. Keep crushing, flush the turds out of your country, number one. Australia, pay attention. Watch what's going on down here in the U.S. because we're about to copy paste that shit. Okay, so if you don't know what's about to go down, get ready for the copy paste. Okay, so everyone else kind of waking up. What it is, baby. What it is. Go ahead and Google fireworks. Late at night, 3 in the morning, somewhere in this great country. Back to what we're gonna do. Shipwreck on your shore. Oh my God, they're about to cut me loose. I'm so excited. I know many Lightworker starseeds are waiting. Guess what? Your brother's waiting here too. Yo, Captain, one of your many commanders. As I talk to my fellow commanders out there, I shall pick up the speed. But first, namaste and lakech, my family, and welcome to morning coffee. Kadoosh. Thank you to my lovely family that got me this coffee mug. Galactic Guardian, inspiring light warrior, empowering humanity. Rion, a Lyran stud with a heart of gold, a builder of the golden age. I'm gonna go ahead and take that on my ship. Like, I love you guys. Like, by the way, like, imagine, like, you know, I feel like that one guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I like to put things, little baubles on my spaceship. You know what I mean? This coffee cup's coming with me. Just to remind me, like, oh yeah, Earth, that was fun. Fair enough. I think you guys are understanding the timeline loops, and I think you guys are understanding how timelines are merging and kind of coming together, and, you know, like, I'll show you. For all my fellow sirens out there. Siren song. All right, so timelines, check it. What happened was timelines went like this. So how did it get to this point? When timelines are waves. So imagine 2 waves were going side by side like this. Call this our 3D, call this our 4D. Then we got in the multiverse multiple timelines. But we're going for that 5D timeline, that highest probability, that abundance, that awesomeness. Blow the roof off this place. Homies landing in the backyard. I'm popping in, locking, going, can someone take me to get my ship right now? It's parked in the Kuiper Belt. I know where it is. I don't need your ship. I need a ride. I just need a ride. That's all I need, you know? Once I get within range, I can just... Anyways, going back to 3D, as we ride the timelines of creation. So look, timelines are going like this. Hence the Schumann resonance keeps spiking, right? Spiking, right? Well, imagine everything is energy and consciousness, or how Nassim Haramein explained, 1% matter, 99% empty space. We're basically energy riding on bandwidths through eternity. So, timelines, why you feel weird and having weird dreams, check it. Timelines are going like this. What you don't see is, though, they're actually getting closer. And what happens is, they're touching as they move. So go back to this thing. When they touch, it goes like this. Okay? Left-hand side, 5D side, I want to go this way. I want love, abundance, and prosperity on this planet. This timeline, which is like the top of a different 4D reality. I've been there, spent about 2 weeks there, seeing what I liked and what I didn't like, and I'll tell you what it looks like. Okay, I'll tell you where we don't want to go looks like, so you don't get fooled or tricked, and I'll tell you what we do want. Okay, so right now we're in the bottom of this V. Okay, make a heart. We're in the bottom of the heart. Okay, bottom of the heart. So what happens is these things are coming together like this, and when they touch, we have dreams where we're in dream time in different realities that are different from the realities we used to. Like imagine you are used to 4D. Say you've been woke for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, depending on who you are. And you're noticing that your 4D or your night side or your right-hand side or that, Hollywood on steroids version, party like a rock star, it's not quite the same as you remember. Why? That's a different 4D reality. That's why it looks different, So the point is that the function of your creation and what you want to manifest based upon the polarity of your vessel is what is going to dictate which reality you go to. Your heart, your vibration, and who you are and what you want to create is your direct functionality of what world you want to create. For many of us starseeds and angelics, we're coming here to obviously, rewrite some of these programs that are outdated and false. That's one of the main functions. Some of those reflections you can see on YouTube with some of the people that are confused. But on Facebook, love you. All right. So check this out. When you're picking your reality, what does it look like? Okay, so when I was in these different realities, the main things I noticed were everything was futuristic. The buildings in the future, or whatever reality this is, I was in a sea village or a sea city. The buildings were concave. They had like octagon windows on the front, and they were right on the water line. So when the storms would come, it'd actually breach around the building. It wasn't a flat surface to push against. So the buildings had octagon things, almost like portals that came out of them. So they would break the waves. I'm like, that's very interesting. Then someone was giving me a tour of this reality, right? And then she turned around and she showed the whole city, and she goes, look, take out your phone. And when she pulled her phone out, you could actually see every single person and who was living in your area. It was almost like Tinder on steroids. I was like, whoa. You could actually see the guy's job, name, title, who was single, who wasn't single. And she just stood there and scanned this little neighborhood I was in. And I instantly was like, whoa. I'm not sure if I instantly felt like this is not the reality I want to be in. It was too instant gratification, too technology driven. It was strange, you guys. Imagine if someone just took their phone and scanned the whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm good. I like my privacy. I don't like random people knowing where I live, number one. I don't like random people being able to look into my world, number two. And number three, I'm not into this instant gratification thing, because anything that's too easy, that's too easy, it's not worth doing. Why do you think we incarnated here? Please. We're not running off into some weird AI land because a bunch of nerds don't want to, work on their hearts and treat people with respect and go to the gym and eat healthy and take care of yourself and respect the animals, respect the fauna. All of these guys that are pushing these envelopes of technology are those that aren't going to graduate. So they're pushing an artificial function. They want you to put on an Oculus and think you're in heaven. There it is. Hard work, sit on the mountain, meditate, fix your bloodline. When you jump into an artificial land that is another copy of this version, your digital avatar, you're still not working on your soul, which is why we all incarnated here in the first place, was to work on our soul. We all have things that we need to work on. I do too. Okay, my past is like a Jerry Springer episode. Okay, let me explain something real cool, calm, and collectively to you. All right. Oh, it's getting real now. So check it. If you've got power in your bloodline, if you've got juice in your bloodline, and you're about to pick your mom and dad, and you're, cosmic being coming in hot, here's little Earth. I'm hacking my way through the dimensions, and I got to get to the basement. All right? Well, this is what happens. When you put that much power in any one dimension, there's certain things that can take place in a lifetime, in an incarnation. And usually those of us who actually do have power, right, who are working on stepping into our power and becoming balanced, usually when we incarnate here into a family, the issue with power and the power of manifestation and the power of your consciousness and the power of your voice, right? That's why these technocrats fear your voice, okay? And fear your truth. Because the truth is, to have great power and great manifestation abilities is fine. But I can tell you that we're like the X-Men that have to go through all of these crazy trials to finally release our own handcuffs that we have on ourselves, that we placed upon ourselves, so we don't make the same mistakes we made in the past. To clarify, what I mean is, if you are a being that has the potential to be great, which all of you do, okay, when you pick your bloodline, certain bloodlines, yeah, they have certain characteristics which make them, more activations per bloodline, more things. Why do you think these 13 families have been inbreeding for 6,000 or longer? They understand the powers in the DNA, okay? Telekinetic, telekinesis, all these extra skill sets and whistles that many of us have forgotten about. So let me tell you the key about figuring out who you are and why you may have gone through so many trials and tribulations, okay? When you really do have power, they're going to mess with you when you get here, okay? Just because we can't see who we really are when we land and we incarnate with our mommy and daddies, let me tell you something, you can still see our energy. Just because we're staring through biological eyeballs at 30 frames per second with some stereo hearing, you know what I mean? The main thing to understand is that when you actually go through the veil and you start actually changing reality with your energy, the type of being you are and the lessons you have learned in this place is what's going to dictate how you treat others, if you have compassion or don't have compassion, what you find is your purpose. So some of us who are very talented and gifted, Los Indigos, Starseeds, and even, the elder generation, those first wavers, a lot of us chose to exit early. Why? Because when we got here, we realized this test was making us go more dark side or night side than actually why we were supposed to incarnate, which was to work on our hearts. Instead of leaning against the program, you join them. And let me tell you something from someone who's come from the dark side, the night side, and been under 8D Anunnaki control in this incarnation for 5.5 years. To break that pattern is very difficult. It's not something you can sing Shangri-La and spread sage on yourself. And, it's something that takes work, dedication, and a consistency that I wish to share with all of you. All of you guys need to understand that all of the X-Men on this planet, all of the Starseeds, all of the Angelics, all the badass galactics that are here, okay? We were never given a life that we could not or were not able to process and grow from, okay? You would never give yourself a test that you could not pass. What I'm trying to tell you is that from my heart, is that if you choose your heart and your inner child and you work on yourself every single day, try and learn something new every single day. Do not let the outside world divert your consciousness, your purpose, or why you incarnated on this planet in the first place. Do not let anything distract you from the love you have for your family, your friends, your pets, your well-being, and their health and well-being. If you stay there, you're good to go. Anything other than that is distraction. You guys should just pay attention and see it as it is, BS. Okay? I've said many, many times in videos and past videos, you guys are those that we called. You incarnated, we're here now looking at you. So what up? So if you guys got some crazy background story, you got some crazy family members, you're seen as the black sheep in the family, hey, that's a good thing. You're conscious enough to realize there's something going on with my family that I gotta fix, okay? Good, that we call that conscious. Another word for that is intelligence. You ask questions, good, another sign of intelligence, okay? You don't just get brainwashed and go, okay, I'll do that. Here, which arm do you want? Intelligence, okay? It's not a guru, shmuru, boo-roo, hooroo. You guys, we're in the middle of a situation that we're winning. Don't let your friends and family get taken down the wrong path. Trust your heart, trust God, trust your original creator, your soul. Try to become the best version of yourself every single day. Anything other than that is not worth your time or your energy. One more time. Every single day, try and become the best version of yourself. Everyone has little secrets. Everyone has, at 10 o'clock, I like that sweets. I get a little sweet tooth, and I want to get into that fridge and get some sweet things, right? Or maybe like, whatever it is, whatever your vice is, check it. Everyone has these things. What I'm trying to express is try to pick the vices that do the least amount of damage to that suit. Okay? For all the guys, us who come from a land of we were unconscious, we woke up in our early 20s, we partied like rock stars, probably, wasted a lot of time, energy, and resources, but we're still alive, we came through, right? I'm right there with you. What I'm here to say is that now sitting in your power, you're supposed to see that 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, let's say adults, for this Facebook thing, but you see an adult, you see someone acting a little, or you see something inside of that kid that reminds you of yourself when you were that age. It's your job to touch them on the shoulder, hopefully if they're your kid or your friend's kid, and give them some words of wisdom. Be like, hey, let me tell you the truth. Brush your teeth, put on your face lotion, take care of yourself. All your friends that don't, when you go to your first high school reunion, they look like they're 50 years old. You look like you're 25. Just listen to me. This whole party like a rock star thing, this whole go unconscious thing, you're only hurting yourself. Okay? How did the UK, for example, take out China back in the day? Oh, heroin, opium. Look it up. Okay? How did some of the settlers over here mess with the Native Americans? I don't know, give them a bunch of fire water, alcohol. Stop playing with things that, you know what I mean? And a lot of these guys promoting this alcohol stuff, bro. Look, man, I understand you need to make money, and I understand whatever you're doing, but some of these I just have some things where I'm like, oh, God. So with all your influence and abundance, your main thing is to make tequila? That's all you got for me down here? Tequila? We're trying to release free energy for the planet. So when you're done taking tequila shots, why don't you join the rest of your family that incarnated here and stop wasting my time as I stare at you? All these guys that are playing with this distraction games, be wary of those that want to distract you from your truth. Be wary of those that want to distract you from your health and wellness. Be wary of anyone who's unconscious. Can't be more clear with you. Okay? How about we learn how to grow organic farms? How about we learn how to filter our own water? How about we learn how to give power to people? How about we learn how to make solar cells? How about we learn how to create buildings that last more than 60 years and fall apart? Every single house around me in Sedona, what's the lifespan on it? 60, 80 years? Then you have to rebuild the entire thing, complete waste of resources. Why don't we start talking about real things? Okay? As you wake up out of this baby land, right? And many of you, and I love you, I'm just trying to say some of you guys, right, are old. Some of you guys are a lot older than you think. Okay, some of you guys are here to build the cities of light. Some of you guys here actually have the DNA codex to actually build stargates, domestic and international. Some of you guys have secrets inside of your DNA that you have to raise the resonance of your suit to a certain level to access. What does that mean? Okay, I'm in 3D right now. I'll make it real simple. I'm in 3D. Here's an antenna coming off my head. We call this antenna a crown. Right? So when you have a crown chakra, right? Imagine all your gifts you left in 5D. Okay, we're in 3D. You would tell yourself, if I have a high enough frequency and high enough vibration, and I come from my heart enough, I will access my own gifts, my own codex, and access my own Akashic record to create heaven on earth. So what are we doing right now, ladies and gentlemen? We're in transition to raising your frequency to that degree so you can access your own gifts that you left for yourself. We are the collective consciousness of Earth, made of many different star beings from very many different systems. Many of your higher selves are in the Galactic Federation of Light. What I'm here to express to you is this. I'm going for the highlight reel with you guys. I want to make this life so awesome that when we go to other planets after this one, we're the team, we're the incarnation, we are those souls that flipped the surface of a world above and below. You're staring at every time you brush your teeth in the morning, you're staring at the guy you're waiting for or the girl you're waiting for, staring right back at you. The key, you got to clean up that diet. You got to clean up the diet. You got to detox all the heavy metals out of your body, the aluminum, the boron, mercury. Get all that stuff, right, out of your body, okay? Get those Japanese foot baths, right? Whatever you got to do, you got to pull those heavy metals out of your body, okay? Then you got to get the fluoride out of your bones in your third eye, okay? The fluoride, okay? Decalcify. You got to decalcify the third eye. You got to decalcify all of the fluoride in your bones, in your joints. I have a sneaking suspicion that all osteoporosis is created by fluoride. Oh, when you get 85 years old and your grandma can't bend her arm and she's got osteoporosis, let me tell you something. I'm figuring it out right on this planet right now. All these little jagaloons that cross worlds that are responsible for doing this to the population, you're not going anywhere. I'll find you very soon. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause and effect. If we weren't here when some of these things were going on, what do you think we're here to do now? Clean up just this generation? No, right? They say 7 generations back in the present moment to clean up 7 generations in the future. That's the important thing, right? We're doing this together as one. But I'm here to express you, some of your higher selves are doing a little more of a spot check than what's going on right now in the physical. Right now, I feel like our consciousness on this planet feels like high school. Things are being cleaned up. Bad people, boogeymen, are being flushed. Okay? That is happening. But I'm here to tell you what happens next. Pay attention to the path you walk. If we go into a place of vengeance, no. I'm going to go into a place of all of these things that came before us were VCRs. And by the way, no one on earth has a VCR anymore. We're all watching Blu-ray. I want to erase these turds from history, just like they erased our truth from history. I don't want books written about these criminals. I don't care. I want books written about 7-year-olds that create quantum fusion devices that lift our cars off the ground. I don't have time to listen to this baby dribble. I want the new. And that's where you keep your focus. Like I said, we're the conscious engineers of this planet. Do we want to focus on all the negative things once we know all these things come out? Listen, the information has to be shared of what's been going on. 100%. Watch it, process it, let's go. But I'm not going to stick there for 5 years going, I can't believe it, like the O.J. Simpson trial, and then make Fox movies about it. No. I'm still back on desalinization plants, non-GMO crops, above and below ground surfaces. Okay, wind power, solar power, what else? Hydrogen fuel cells, fantastic. I'm gonna stay in the future, in the present, and bring it down. We already have these things. Don't let this consciousness trap you in a mind trap that all you think about is what being projected at you at 44 hertz. Pay attention. Every single day you get in pain, anxiety, rage, frustration, or fear is a day you lose to actually become stronger. Do not let anyone steal your time on this planet. Pay attention. When I first got sober, partied like a rock star from 21 to 26. When I was in AA and they asked me, hey, how do you stay sober? I looked at the whole crowd in there, in AA, and I said, rage. And they go, what do you mean? Aren't you supposed to be like Zen and Kumbaya and this and that? And I said, no, the rage of me losing some of the best years of my life to a drug. And I feel like my time was stolen from me in this unconscious state. So that rage I carry inside of my body when I'm at the gym, that rage of how those things got in this country that have poisoned your children, the rage, right? Again, rage against the machine, right? My rage kept me sober in the beginning. It was not kumbaya. When I was in the gym and I couldn't sleep and it was 10 o'clock at night and I was used to partying, what do? I grab the car keys, I go sit, I work out for 2 hours, and I steamed at Family Fitness at midnight until the thing shut off. I had to repurpose, reconstitute my energy and my conscience to lean against what keeps people unconscious here. I had to learn that for myself. And I was still unconscious at that place. I'm sharing my truth with you. For all those kids out there that are young, listen to me. Don't do it. Every time you feel anxiety, grab the car keys, go to the gym. Mom, I need a ride to the gym. Mom, take me to the gym. Mom, take me to the track. Mom, take me to the beach. I need to go surfing right now. Don't let someone control you. And don't take something that takes you out of your power. Anything. People addicted to pharmaceuticals, same thing. Don't fall into one of Rockefeller's programs he created 50, 60 years ago. You're more intelligent than that. Wake up. Okay, I'm just trying to be real with it, okay? So I've walked that thin line. I'm here to tell you on the way back, sometimes that rage that burns inside of you for all my light warriors, listen, you gotta temper your flame though. Temper your flame. Right? A tempered flame can create the sharpest blade in the universe. Temper your fire. Be strategic. Don't overreact. Control your emotions. Use that energy and burn it up to make your suit stronger, more aware, more conscious, more focused. Use frustration as fuel to become a greater being. That is the walk. Okay, you get handed a bunch of lemons down here on Earth, right? Make some lemonade is what I'm trying to say. It's not to pop someone or pop a security guard or pop a, I don't mean shoot. I mean, a guy trying to have you put a mask on and get handcuffed and thrown. No. Your job is to just stand there in your strength and go, I'm actually not going to do that. Can I help you? Right? The intent is in your eyes. The intent of who you really are is always in the eyes. I've been in many foreign countries, usually doing awesome activations. And when I'm in a place I'm not supposed to, I just look at the guards and go, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. And I just look at them with that stare, whatever you think is going through your mind is not going to stop what I'm about to do. So why don't you just back up and let me work? That fire that I have, right, that you guys all have, is something we incarnated with and something we bring into this incarnation. Never let someone steer your fire into a motivation that serves them. They want you to lose control. They want you to go crazy. They want you to create some civil war thing, so they can get more controls and grip on you. See what happened? I can't believe it. All of these dudes doing this stuff, right? It only works with, honestly, younger people or people who are unconscious. And I mean younger people inside of their spiritual age, inside of that suit. Okay? Your real age. Not how old you are. I don't care if your grandpa, your dad's 75 years old and you think that he's like, I know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. They just told you, the CIA just released that astral projection is real. We're living in a freaking hologram. Number one, facts. Number two, they have, Pentagon has off-road vehicles in the basement. Facts. You don't know what's going on, okay? You have no idea what's going on. They treat the civilian population down here like a bunch of dum-dums, and I'm tired of it, okay? As one of your fellow brothers out there, for all my fellow brothers and sisters listening to me, I'm tired of being the laughing stock of this sector and in this solar system. We're here to do our job and flip this world. Not here to play games with a bunch of little kids vying for power, hitting their knees to a bunch of Draco, calling them Lucifer, for God's sakes. It's a joke. The whole thing is a joke. Step into your heart, realize that you are truly creator beings waking up out of stasis. It may take you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years to understand that we were unconscious this whole time. I'm here to help you as a little nurse, walking up to your bed going, hey, don't drink the Kool-Aid. The more you drink the Kool-Aid, the harder it is to wake up. Okay? I'm here to say you guys are awesome. Okay? We are these star beings that chose to come down here and wear physical suits. Facts. I'm here going sign me up, coach. Okay? The truth is, you never want to be angelic or one of my fellow brethren from Valhalla. You know who you are out there, my Nordics. You never want to be the guy that comes home from winning a battle and doesn't have a story. You never want to be I just got back from Earth. It was crazy. We did that. We flipped that. Oh, no, they're right back on the timeline. Everything's hunky-dory. How was it, man? You never want to be the guy that, didn't go. You guys came. You're some of the strongest. Deprogram the control this place has on your cerebral cortex and your brain. Your brain can be programmed. Okay? If you don't believe me, go click on hypnotism on YouTube and see, after you watch the 15th video of crowds of people being hypnotized, then go, oh, I guess people can't be hypnotized. Maybe you got to see it to understand what's going on. See it. Watch 15 videos on people being hypnotized and go, wow, people really can be hypnotized. You need to put that data in there and then question yourself, am I hypnotized right now? Are you? Have we been hypnotized since we got here? Have you been hypnotized for 22 years, 24 years, 36 years, 48 years, 52 years? Every time you sit in front of a TV, you get re-hypnotized? Re-inputted? How long have we been hypnotized sleeping down here? So, I'm being honest with you. You guys watching me, you're woke. I get it. I love you. I'm talking about your friends and family. I'm talking about new people. I'm talking about people reaching out, having frustration of why the world is the way they like this. And they're actually fighting the wrong people. Pay attention. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is that I love you. I'm here to support you. I want you to wake up and live a happy, healthy life. Drop the mic. I don't have any other agenda other than don't be hypnotized. Some of these ruling class jagaloons are not what they think, and they're not what they say. Do you know what soul scalping is? Has anyone ever explained to you what soul scalping is? Let me explain to you real quick. At the highest levels of these groups, these dark groups, when they say soul scalping, what that means is there's a huge ceremony. If you're chosen to be one of the leaders of the thing, let me tell you what happens. You're basically 24 guys, 6 guys, 4 guys, 2 guys, 1 guy behind. You walk into the ceremonial chamber. Soul scalping is when they remove your energy or your soul out of your body and something else jumps in. So what's in there is not the original person. Okay? So how do they maintain control over this planet and these small groups? The beings you think are writing those things or that are in that suit is not actually who it is. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So you see the person on camera and film like, oh, that must be them. That's not them behind the scenes. That's not them behind the wheel. They've already made a deal. What have I told you many times on this planet? Don't make deals with beings where you do not know their motivation. Don't make deals. Don't sign deals. Don't swear things. Don't swear allegiances to things, right, that do not have your best interest in mind or you can't understand their motivation. Don't do it. Come from your heart and go, I'm good. I'm going to go surfing. Don't you want to rule the world? Be one of our top operatives and you can have whatever you want. And I sit there and I go like this. Let me get this straight. Unlimited resource, all this jazz. Okay, so how many boats can you actually own? How many houses can you actually own? How many sports cars can you actually own? How many things can you actually possess in this material world, above and below ground? Oh, wow, so you have a space shuttle too? Oh, you have access to that too. Okay, after all of that is said and done, what did I give up for all this material wealth? And the truth is, you gave up your soul and your opportunity in this incarnation to graduate into a higher reality. You trapped yourself in a lower dimension to play King Kong, where some of us come from a dimension much higher than this, like you guys. We're just visiting. We're just helping out, man. I'm not reincarnating into 3D. Are you on something? Absolutely not. And some of you guys are going way beyond 5D when you graduate here. Okay? It's not like 3 to 5. Some of you guys came down here from 7D to 5D to 3D. That's why this place feels so uncomfortable. You're like, why are they fighting? Why are they hurting the animals? I don't understand this. Why are they mean to each other? It's almost like the consciousness here doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to express. So don't let anyone buy you over some trivial things that stop your evolutionary growth and have you repeat 3rd grade for another 80, 100 years. Don't listen to people that are too scared to face what they have done. Don't follow beings that don't really care about you. Don't follow beings that really don't have your back. Don't follow beings that see you as an asset, not as someone they actually would love and would take a bullet for. Don't do it. This whole place is made out of, false people who probably have dirt on them somewhere, and are doing whatever they're told so they can maintain their power. It's that simple. Okay? They're a bunch of little kids scared of being in trouble. Okay? So, don't do that. All right? Try and be happy, man. Don't worry. Be happy. Ignorance is bliss sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I'd rather be happy than all that jazz, okay? And I want you to know that this stuff is being cleaned up. I want you to know that, yes, these things are going on. I want you to be, the civilians are the last to know, okay? Just keep it on the low. That's what's going on. That's all I'm going to say. You guys are going to know more and more is going to come out, okay? So, just like we have been saying. And I want you guys to know that the truth is, I love all my family. I don't care what side you are on politically. I don't care what side you're on spiritually. My job and our job down here is to see the beauty and strength inside of each of our family members, regardless of their choice, and to help them and understand that we're stronger together. And when I say that, I don't just mean people in the United States. I'm saying my homies and family in Australia, New Zealand, England, Canada, God, my friends in Canada with, that turd Trudeau just signed over Canada to the sea, Oh my God, I understand it and I feel for you too. What I'm here to say is that the negativity and evil on this planet cannot hold the light that we have inside of us. The consciousness manifestation power of us wanting this place to be paradise is what creates paradise. Okay? That AI thing runs out of gas when you don't have anyone that believes your BS anymore. Okay? Turn off the TV. Bye. Find alternate sources of content, things that make you feel good, things that make you feel happy, things that make you relaxed, things that help you want to create cool stuff, right? That's the important thing. How do you feel inside? How do you feel when you wake up? All right. Whew. Do you like pina coladas? I don't know. Something like that. And I'm really excited for, the joint team effort. What would I like? Things to look forward to. Okay. The 12 original cities of light, I would like rebuilt. I'm just going to say some things off the top of my head that make me feel good. I also want, the Shangri-La function eventually when this whole thing calms down over there. Obviously the Mount Shasta function. Obviously the Lake Titicaca function, Bolivia. I would like us to help out certain locations on Earth and actually have huge spiritual pilgrimages of who we really are, where we really come from, and kind of what our true history is. I would like all the information locked up in the Vatican to be released to the public online so we can all read our true history and discern our own information without someone, brainwashing our children or trying to hypnotize us at 44 hertz. I think it would be a lot easier to explain to a child our truth rather than this lie we're being told to, because all of us that are listening to me right now, we all went to public high school and listened in history class, and something inside of us said this is all BS, because it was. When we hear lies, when Starseeds and Angelic hear lies, we actually have a physical reaction. We're like, that's not true. I feel that deep down in my plums. Deep down in my plums that's not accurate. When I was in college, for example, my instructor was trying to teach me that Marconi created the radio. I said, that's absolutely wrong. It was actually Tesla invented the radio. Marconi's a hack job. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, in the textbook. I'm like, yeah, you need to go ahead and Google that and I'll bring some documentation. He goes, prove it. I came in with like a stack of 30 papers, right? I printed off the internet, proving that Tesla invented the radio, not Marconi. And he agreed with me in class, because this stuff I learned, right? And I was like, and this is before when I was unconscious. I was like, that's a lie, right? And what happened was, even though we still had to answer Marconi on the test, on the final, he goes, okay, Tesla invented the radio. There's a lot of things, that's a small thing, but me leaning against the establishment, that very small way, when I was in college, unconscious, I go, that's not true. Well, how many things in our history we found not to be true? Okay. Tartaria. Why isn't it talk about Tartaria? Why, when you find giant bones, the Smithsonian's the first one to show up to take them from you? What is the Smithsonian? What's Tartaria? What's Atlantis? What's Lemuria? What's the people of Mu? Why do you have an M on your hand if you're from Mu? Right? If you have an M on your hand right now, that literally was the symbol for Mu. Do you see that M on my hand? Mu. Why does no one know this? Look at your hand right now. Give me a thumbs up if you got an M going across your palm right now. Okay? That's what I'm saying. It's right on. We're literally wearing it, and we're like, "Who are we?" They're like, "Well, let me start. Look at your hand, children. Does it have an M on it?" Okay, people of Mu, bro. So what I'm trying to get to, all these things were known back in the day. Okay, 1901, all the history books were changed. 1901. I said 1912. That was the Spanish influenza, but it was 1901. All the books were changed. 1858. The Republic of the United States was changed into a corporation in D.C. in 1858. 1901, they changed all the history books. Got 40 years to get their plan together. Okay? Understand that this plan that we're dismantling and pulling apart in one incarnation took 5 to create. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is the reason why it's so saturated, the reason why it's so hard to believe it is because the entire establishment has been taught something that is false. all of your professors, your teachers, your parents, their grandparents were taught things that were false. So they regurgitate it over and over and over again. And when you question it, they get irritated because what you're actually questioning is what they feel, they take it as their intelligence or their truth. I'm not here to question anyone's truth. I just want the truth. Whatever it is, for better or for worse, tell me the truth. For better or for worse. It's like I want to get married to the truth. You know? For better or for worse, till death do you part. Like, yes, I do. Truth. Give me the truth. I don't want your fake, fabricated story. So when you marry the truth inside of yourself, when you marry your heart with your spirit, now you're starting to play. Now you're putting your big boy, big girl pants on. Okay. Now, let's talk about some things that I know there's kids that watch these episodes, and let's be clear. Listen to your parents when they tell you to clean your room, brush your teeth, take showers. Cleanliness is close to godliness. Do not play video games all day. Go outside for as long as you're going to go inside and be locked inside. I want you to go to the park and kick a soccer ball around. I want you to walk around the block. I want you to get your skateboard and ride around the block. I don't care if you have to wear a mask or not, but do not get stuck in your house in these tender, beautiful years of your life. And remember, it's 2020 or 2021 as the time I was locked inside like prison. No, it's not. Do everything in your power. And parents, you see your kids staring on their phone all day long or whatever, go, hey, how long were you on the phone for? 2 hours. Okay, that means 2 hours in the park. Let's go. As long as you're sitting on that phone playing video games, it's how long I want you in the gym. It's how long I want you playing sports. How long I want you doing walks around the thing. How I want you in the backyard building a fort, doing something outside is what I'm trying to say, guys. Let's go to the beach. Okay? It's important because I do not want the kids in this generation to have a chip on their shoulder because they will have resentment for us. Let me tell you what's going to happen to a 12-year-old right now. When they're our age, they're going to have resentment that why weren't our parents more woke? How could they let this happen? Where are the real men and women of planet Earth? Where are the real beings of Earth? How could they let this happen to us? They were supposed to be our protectors. I will not allow that to happen, nor will you. We are not the generation that, we're the generation of change. We are the emissaries of change, which incarnated on this planet to assist this planet in shifting to a higher vibration. As Gaia expands her frequencies, as we ride through this brand new ion belt, as our Schumann is vibrating the ground underneath our feet, we will be successful. We will come from our hearts, and we will praise the original creators of our souls. Whatever belief system you have, I like to say original creator of my soul. Drop the mic, whatever that is. If it could be Brahma for you, it could be Yeshua, it could be Jesus, right? It could be Allah, whatever it is for you. But I just stick with the original creator of my soul. Help me, bro. I need you now. So what I want to say to you guys is call it out, man. You guys see weird things going on off your balcony downtown? You need to call down, hey, highest light, original creator of my soul, send some angels over there. I can feel darkness coming from that building. Help me, bro. You gotta call it in. There are universal laws down here that state the vessel must be conscious enough to request aid. Your light side actually plays by the rules. Your night side's kind of gray area. They kind of do what they want. If you're unconscious, they just do it all for you, But the issue is that I've had angels roll up to me like, dude, you have to call me in. You have to tag me in. You have to actually request my aid to go take care of that. I go, why? He goes, it's part of the law down here. We have to follow the law. The law is you have to be conscious enough to request aid. You actually have to call it out. And I know it kind of seems repetitive, but what is prayer? Is prayer repetitive? Yeah. Mother, Father, God, help me. Now that I walk through the shadow of death, I shall feel no evil. Right? These things. Our Father, Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thou is the power and the glory. Amen. So what I'm trying to say is that there's something that happens inside of your body when you're like, I feel like angels rattling swords on shields. I'm like, Like I'm waiting for like fireworks. I'm waiting for us to go, wake up. Sorry. Grogu. He's beating his chest too. Grogu. So I'm just like, like, let's go, man. Don't give in to fear. Okay? We're stronger than this. Let me tell you the truth. These little turds in these little European families and these little Zucker-Tuckerbergs, back in the day in the mid-century, in the medieval times, these guys would have been the first to walk on a battlefield and be smoked in the first 12 seconds. They would not have walked off the battlefield that me and you walked off of. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what weak genes created them. But back in from my Nordics who understand the Viking shit, none of them would have lasted more than 30 seconds in a real situation. None of them. So why would we listen to people that don't have the strength or fire or dedication inside of their soul and their spirit and true, right? In earnest, right? These guys talk about their genetics so much, they wouldn't last 12 seconds in a real firefight. Why would you ever follow? I wouldn't follow these guys out of a paper bag. I'm just being honest with you. Look at what's going on with that, man. So do you remember why kings of old or queens of old were awesome? Because they led with their hearts. That's the true king or queen. How are the people today? What do they need today? How can we assist them today? That's a true king or queen. I know we gave ourselves these titles, but I'm here to tell you, this greed thing leads to nothing. They're going in a loop. There is no graduation from greed, pain, or suffering. You're going down. So I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to remind you of how we used to be. Some of you guys don't remember your past lives. Some of you guys are the bravest beings to walk this earth ever. And you're down here and you forgot who you were. Okay? I remember my Roman times. And, I remember going against, during that time, I remember going against Rome. And I helped a whole country go against Rome. And I remember rolling with that squad and how we used to feel and how we used to be. I'm trying to tell you, in this life, I'm supposed to not be, I'm front lines in a lot of ways, ground crew. But in this life, it's not about, hurting people. It's about freeing people and freeing their hearts and lifting them up and helping them become stronger and helping them to become, happier, better beings to their family, their kids, to have inspiration, to have power course through your body, to charge from the sun and actually step into your true birthright. That is what I want to do in this incarnation. And the places I want to create for you guys. I know my time here is limited. Okay? I know I'm not always going to be here, nor are you. All I can do is the best that I can do while I'm here. And that is to inspire you guys to be the best, right? The best that you can be every day. Okay? And I know that sometimes my words sound easy. I understand the pain, trials, and tribulations, what I speak to you, that people have to go through to get there. I understand that, and I walked that. Okay? I played Russian roulette with my life for 5 years. Okay? No guarantee I was going to wake up in the morning for 5 years. I understand what walking on the dark side is. I understand what being unconscious is. I'm here to tell you the reason why I was doing it, right? That light inside of me is so strong, just like the light inside you is so strong. This entire night side thing had to be on me like white on rice when I became conscious, because they knew who I was and they knew what we were capable of. Just like all this weird pain, trial, and tribulations you guys have gone through. I'm here to tell you, there's nothing better than exiting the gym after you worked out for an hour and a half and you steamed. When they reopen, I understand they're closed in certain locations. Feeling the strength come back to you. Feeling your strength come back to you is something that I want you to feel. These guys have hypnotized us long enough, and it's time for the entire planet to take their strength back and stand up together. We are one. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys today. I am Rion, and I did have something else to say. Hold on one second. Woo! Right. I know, it's like, aha! You guys want a cool visual? I had this dream one time, and they're showing my past lives. And I remember waking up in a tent on like a hill. It was a white tent, it had a little like, it's like mobile little tents. And I walked out at 6 in the morning, and the sun was coming up. And I looked down, and there was literally like 10, 20,000, 30,000 troops. And I remember just waking up and going like, ah! Just like full volume, bro. Ah! And I remember all my homies looking up going, ah! It was like, we're ready to go. Like, it's something like, it almost shook the ground. Like, I have that in my DNA. I have that in my memory. I don't know which life it was, but I'm here to tell you something. Those beings, that strength, bro, it blows down the walls of Jericho. It's so much force when you guys get together. It shakes the little turds. They're running for their lives. They're running for their lives. Okay? Turn it on. Don't hurt nobody. That's the catch. It's not medieval times. It's not the 14, 15, 16. Turn the fire on, stand your ground, and go, absolutely not. When do you get off work, bro? Okay? What I'm trying to say is that you can do it with your energy and have the same effect. I do not want to create a time loop where we do this pain and suffering thing. And then we go into this like shame game. No. If you choose to take your free will and take someone's innocence and hurt them and make them suffer for your own gain, for your own twisted thing, you've already made your choice. You're going downstairs. There's no place for you upstairs. Okay? So I'm trying to say is that my good friends and family out there, listen, if you're good people, you got nothing to worry about. You want freedom, abundance, and truth, you got nothing to worry about. My thing is that to understand that do not follow those that only know one way, because that one way, right, that absolute, right, will always lead to something that's absolute. You're either with us or against us. Well, I'm not with either, you know what I mean? I'm not with you, bro. Have fun downstairs. If you're not into peace, abundance, and, transparency, I can't roll with that. My truth will not allow me to. My throat chakra will not allow me to speak anything other than what my heart wants to speak. I'm sorry, I grew up. It's not 2014 anymore. I blew past you. There's no more net around me. You don't have a net big enough. I'm a whale, I'm not a fish, okay? Depending on my mood, I could be a blue whale or a humpback whale, or I could be an orca playing with you like a sea lion. It just depends on my mood, right? I love you guys. I'm trying to share my wisdom with you in the sense that I love you. I understand we're all going through these things together. We're all feeling these emotions together, okay? I just want to let you know, together, I want the best for you. And I want us to create the best world we possibly can. And I want to bring paradise. I want to bring heaven to earth. And I want to create paradise with you. So when you ask, I think when you cross worlds and they ask you, like, how was it? Did you accomplish your mission and this and that? Like, what's your purpose? I'm like, create paradise on earth, bring heaven to earth, and create a place that's so positive and awesome that we don't replicate this loop, and that my friends and family are freed from this tyranny and this mind control. And that's what I want. So it may be simple for some, but for me, that's good enough for me. I was probably a man of few words back in the day. That's good enough for me. So I love you. 11%. No, and then we go into that. It's like, if you guys want some new gear, some new t-shirts or apparel, it's 11% off all apparel at store.teamlight.com. And the coupon code is LOVE22. And it ends in February 2nd. So LOVE22 is the coupon code. So anyways, I don't know. I just, there's something that you guys are going to remember from your past lives that we've been down here before. Whether it be Egypt or Atlantis, Mu, Tartaria, there's something that's going to start sparking in your memory. And when it does, I want you to go right to the function of balance, which is, what's the truth that I learned from that incarnation? When you ask your higher selves, show me my past lives, be a little more efficient in your requests. Show me the most positive things I can take from this. That's one night of positivity. Now show me the things that I did poor that I need to work on. Very well. If you guys could see your life or your Akashic record as you were studying yourself in a collegiate class in a high-end school, You don't have time for a bunch of BS fairy tales. Show me what I need to know. Show me what I need to know now. Show me what I need to remember now. Highest, help me. Highest light, help me remember what I need to make this life, to fix this life, to become stronger, to not let my past tribulations or my family's karma affect my purpose and my manifestation in the present. Show me what I need to know. These things are a little different than a normal incarnation for many of you, and to understand that, that's what I mean by angelic, starseed, light warrior, light worker, a galactic citizen. We're here to fix this planet. Mahalo, family. And I love you guys on YouTube, and I love you guys on Facebook, okay? I just want you guys to know that things are moving, and for these days, if you're feeling tired, let me explain this to you. We are working so energetically every single day upstairs in these dimensions, right? That you may feel tired or lethargic. Please try and go for a walk. Please try and get some sun. Please try and take your vitamins at least every day, or take your smoothie every day. Please try to keep the vessel as healthy as possible. It's gonna help you a lot, okay? Because everyone's feeling the same way right now, okay? We are. I'm here to tell you the only thing you can do on days like that is, did I take care of my suit today? Did I drink my water? Take vitamins, take my smoothie? Did I try to work out a little bit? Did I try to get some sun? Just do something. Don't sit in a stagnant energy, because when you go stagnant, it only draws more negativity to you, and then you get, what I call it is pinned. I get pinned on the couch, I can't move, or pinned in bed, or pinned in front of the TV. Don't get pinned. You guys have partners. You can be male or female. You see your partner pinned, turn off the TV, grab their hand, hey, let's go for a walk, let's go. No. Let's go, get up. When you catch the stagnants, you gotta remember, only moving that energy is gonna help them, okay? So you do it for yourself and you do it for others. Whew. My name is Rion, and my brother, Christopher, love you, bro. We're in this together. I love you guys. Become the strength that the future needs. Become the strength that your kids need. When you look at them, what type of parent, what type of man or a woman are you? I want you guys to grow up a little bit in these suits and understand that what you think is actually what creates this reality. And I want you guys to become the wisest, most awesome, beautiful versions of yourself. That's what your kids deserve, and that's what this world deserves. My name is Rion, and it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. There's more content. I've been editing new episodes of Cosmic Surfer. I'm going to be loading those soon. And obviously, you guys check out SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. Some more fun there, too. It's been an absolute pleasure, Yodi, being with you guys here today. And I love you guys, seriously. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I really do. And I'm trying to say that we got this. Hold your space. Control your emotions. Move the energy. I love you. All right, you guys, have a blessed day. All righty. Bye, Facebook. Grogu loves you. Bye-bye. YouTube, I love you. The whole world. Me and Grogu. You guys are rock stars, #1, baby. You guys, I love you. Hold space. Alrighty? I'll talk to you guys soon. And just know that the force is always with you. And that positive and that heart is what always guides our way home. All right, I love you. Peace.